Hello everybody, my name is Brian Block and today I will be talking about 5th generation games. What you're seeing right now on screen is the code for Super Mario 64, which is considered one of the best in the series. This code was decompiled in 2017. This is literally all the assets, all the code, all the programming and hard work of those that worked at Nintendo all those years ago. Super Mario 64 represents the 5th generation of video games much more than any other game out there. For many, it was the first time seeing true polygonal 3D outside the arcade. As for many early 3D games, Super Mario 64 wasn't perfect. For starters, Mario is not a rigged character at all, and in fact, his animation is based on that his hands and legs are kinda cut apart. This is due to the experimentation in video game 3D at the time. To develop on the Nintendo 64, you required a powerful computer called the SGI Indy. These were the powerhouses of the 90s, powering movies like Jurassic Park and many other special effects in the film industry. Many of the software we use today, including Maya 3D and 3ds Max and formerly Softimage, was actually written to work on these workstations only, on their proprietary operating system known as IRIX. But in a turn of events, this is what made it internally difficult to animate Mario on the Nintendo 64. Among other things, early games had difficulty with figuring out how to move the camera in a 3D space. The developers of Super Mario 64 decided it would be best to allow the player to control the camera instead of the N64's computer itself. Resident Evil 2 is a PlayStation 1 game released in 1998. Taking inspiration from the game Alone in the Dark from 1992, and Sweet Home, which the original Resident Evil was originally intended as a remake of. The developers thought it was best to use a third-person camera with pre-rendered backgrounds and real-time models, such as zombies and the characters Leon and Claire. Other characters were rendered in real time as well. The reason they used backgrounds that were pre-rendered was due to their hardware on the limitations of the PlayStation 1. Games like Metal Gear Solid and a few others pushed the hardware to its limits on the PlayStation 1, utilizing real-time backgrounds, which was very few and far between and would become more prevalent until the GameCube and PS2 era when hardware was much more powerful.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude.
Metal Gear Solid is a game from 1998, produced by Hideo Kojima, who's later known for the Metal Gear Solid series in total, and is recently known for Death Stranding on the PlayStation 4. Metal Gear Solid pushed the boundaries of games at the time using real-time backgrounds and felt more like a cinematic experience than an actual video game. This is due in part to the director and producer Hideo Kojima's love of film, who was really wanting to put cinematics in his games, especially when the 3D era came around in the 5th generation.